Facebook and YouTube, welcome back. This is Vinny with Airbrush Savvy. So I am working on the CNC router today, and I just added a new feature and wanted to share it with you. So what I added was a feature and a little extra add-on to be able to set my Z height really easy. So before I will show you, I will do a quick demonstration. The old school or the typical way a lot of people do it is you load your tool in the spindle and then come down and you just take a piece of paper and you just keep moving it back and forth and just slowly bring your cutter down until you just barely kiss off on that piece of paper, and then go up to your controller and click your Z0 button, which will set your zero height. Then you're ready to cut. So that tends to be a little time consuming, and it could be pretty inaccurate too, depending on how much of a rush you are in and how, whatever. So what I set up, and I would like to thank the Gurubrew on YouTube. Thank you so much for helping me out with that tip. Please see the comments and link below. I'll leave the link to his YouTube video in the comments below, so check those out below. So what I did was I went in there and I machined this guy at work, this piece of steel, and drilled and tapped there, and then this wire goes to my breakout board on my controller up under the machine, and then this guy, my little alligator clip, I clip it right on the spindle there, and when these two touch, it will complete the circuit, get continuity, complete the circuit, and then that will tell my controller that I am there. So real quick, let me go up to my Diagnostics tab, and you can see there is a spot on my Diagnostics tab to digitize. So that is a Digitized Probe is what they call it in Mach3 world. So what I want to do is come here, and we'll just roughly, say, oh, there we go, we touched. And there, up on the Digitized Probe, you can see how it is connecting the circuit. So there's that. Now, the whole thing behind this is if I go to Program Run, and then right here in my tool information, there's a button called Auto Tool 0. So what we want to do is push this button. It is going to dwell for a second, and then it's going to automatically come down, touch off on that plate, come up. It's going to move exactly 1 inch above the part, and there we go, everyone. Isn't that awesome? My set to 0. So this box would be my piece I'm going to machine. So this will quote unquote be my piece I'm going to machine, or my stock material I'm going to machine. So you take your block, set it on your stock material, and then push that Auto Tool 0 button, comes down, touches off, and then what it's going to do in the Visual Basic script for that button, it is going to take the thickness of my block and subtract it when it connects the circuit. So then when I go back in my MDI screen and I go to my MDI input, I can type in G0, Z0, with G0 is rapid movement, and then Z is my up and down vertical axis, and 0. So we're going to tell it to rapid to the Z0 position on my XYZ coordinates. So let's do that. So clicking that, it is going to come down and stop just perfectly. And I've even, here's the paper that I normally use, and it catches right on the paper. So I can't even show how awesome that is. I went and when I was setting this up, I grabbed some feeler gauges out of my box here, and I checked with the feeler gauges. My smallest one I had was a thou and a half, and I put a thou and a half under there, and it was still rubbing on a thou and a half. Another cool trick I did, in the MDI input, I typed in the Z to go positive a thou, and it was 0.0016, so just a tenth above a thou and a half, and it was awesome. My feeler gauge just slid right under, and I knew it was dead accurate and right on. But anyway, touch probe, isn't that awesome? That is so cool. Now I can just take material, slop it up on the table, hit that button, and set 0. And another cool thing about it is, if I put in a new cutter, let's just say in my operation, I'm profiling a shape, or cutting a pocket with one tool, and then I come up, use tool 2, which could be a chamfer mill or something like that. I can switch it out for a chamfer mill, and then run that code to come down and retouch off my part, and that'll reset my tool height also. So I can get all that set up and perfect to go, and that is the add-in or the upgrade for the machine. But anyway, awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And again, this is the CNC. This is Vinny, Airbrush Savvy. Thanks for checking it out. Have a good weekend.